People tend to believe that the only difference between rich people and the poor is that rich people have more money, but that's not always the case. In fact, what separates these two groups of people is actually their way of thinking, and having more or less money is simply a result of their mentality. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Finance Guardian channel. Most poor people stay poor primarily because they do not realize that no matter what they do, as long as they keep that mentality, they will never be able to rise out of the dark financial pit they've fallen into. In reality, it does more than keep you poor. It literally makes your life miserable. Poor people's poor mentality is the worst thing you can imagine. Let me be clear, I'm not saying poor people are bad, but that mentality is what keeps you from becoming rich or at least improving your life. So let's see how you can rid yourself of that mentality. Hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, and let's get started. Poor people are poor in spirit. Do you know anyone who walks around all day just looking defeated? It's as if they're saying, why bother trying? They have given up hope, and it might be because they've been burned in the past, and they've experienced failures. They have made mistakes in the past, and now they have given up. They tell you every single time, oh, that can't be done, it's impossible. Hey, don't even bother trying, I've already tried it before. See, just because they are unable to do something, now they are selling you and then telling you why you can't do it either. It's because they have poor spirits. You're lacking in wisdom. The concept of wisdom encompasses more than just knowledge alone, because knowledge does not equal wisdom. This does not simply mean being academically intelligent. It goes much deeper than that, because as human beings, if you're talking to people who are not improving, who are not learning, who are not becoming better every single day, when you talk to them, that talk lacks depth. Basically, they're just chit-chatting about their problem, talking about their jobs, and yeah, the weather. That's absolutely tasteless, and you don't want to engage in that kind of conversation. There's a big difference between wisdom and knowledge. When you have knowledge, you know what you can do, but when you have wisdom, you know when not to do it. A quote by Lao Tzu reads, quote, "To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day." You're trying to have it all. It is common for people to end up broke because they want too many things too soon. This is especially challenging for recent college graduates who have gone from living on peanuts to having a livable paycheck but still cannot afford a new house and car, as well as the nights out and the vacations abroad. This becomes particularly dangerous as you begin using credit to fund all those purchases, which can cripple your future financial well-being. Make a deal with yourself that you only pick one big want to budget for and leave the rest for after you've saved up some money and earned a raise. Living one more year like a student and saving your first paycheck can make a huge difference. You keep attaching your self-worth to your net worth. There was something school never taught us, and that is the fact that net worth follows self-worth. You can never be rich in a financial bank account unless you have built up your emotional or self-worth bank accounts. This is because the way you present yourself emotionally every single day will determine how much money you make. A good YouTube video, for instance, needs great energy to sell well. You have to show up with a spring in your step. You can't come in from a scarcity mindset because nobody wants a clinger. When you used to be bad at dating, say, for example, the more you said to them, I really need you, please be in my life, the more they just keep running away from you. It works in the same way that money wants to run away from you the more you need it in your life, and comes from scarcity. The rich are rich because they have a rich emotional account. They know what their worth is, and it is not affected by their net worth, which is why there are so many stories about rich people going broke and their entrepreneurship ventures that can quickly bring it back up again. Take a moment to reflect on this. How are you showing up in your emotional bank account? Because your emotional bank account determines your financial account. Poor people focus on the wrong side of the story. In Jack Ma's words, quote, "The worst people to serve are the poor people. When you give them something for free, they think it's a trap. When you tell them that it's a small business and they don't need a lot of money to start, they claim that it's not going to make them much money. When you tell them to make a big investment, then they'll complain they don't have the funds. And then when you tell them to try something new, they'll tell you that they lack experience. And then when you tell them it's a traditional business, they'll complain that it's too hard to do and the competition is strong. When you explain it's a new business model, they will tell you it's a scam. And when you tell them to run a shop at the very least, they will claim they will never have freedom and have to work 24/7. But they all share something in common. They love to ask Google how to get rich fast. Listen to friends who are as hopeless as they are, think more than a university professor, and do less than a blind man. Ask them what they can do to improve their lives, and they will have no idea what to say. Why not actually act on it instead of simply thinking about it? Those who are poor fail because of one common behavior. Their whole life is devoted to waiting. They await that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that will allow everything to come together. It's as if they are waiting for someone to come along one day and hand them $1 billion as a thank you for waiting all this time so that they can finally enjoy life. The only thing that matters are the results. How would you react if your boss came to you and said you wouldn't be paid this month because they were at a loss last month since the market was down? It's likely that you'll take the hell out of your boss since you work those hours and deserve the money. It's your boss's problem that the company didn't make enough money, right? So why would you complain that it's unfair when your boss is making much more than you when the company is doing well and when the market is up? People are protesting about wage inequality in the streets, challenging the idea that your pay should be based on your effort, but that's not how it works. No matter how long you spend working or how much effort you put into it, the final results are all that matters. Do you think you will buy my product just because I have worked so hard on it for a year? Definitely not. You will only buy it if you find it valuable. So, you need to stop thinking that you deserve a higher salary just because you were awarded a PhD in economics or have accumulated 10 years of corporate experience. It's all about what you can deliver. Never stop hustling. Hustling never ends. A lot of people think that once they become rich, they will stop working and enjoy their lives on the beach, which is why a lot of people don't get rich. The thing is that growing, learning, and accomplishing never stops. Living is like playing a sport. Being in shape is always necessary, which means you must grow constantly, otherwise you will fall behind. Take Trump, for example. Regardless of whether or not you like him, he still worked hard even at the age of 70 and became president. This is in contrast to the average 70-year-old who is probably just waiting to die. There are even those who give up at the age of 30 or 40, claiming it's already too late for them. You should keep hustling for as long as you are alive. And that is all the time that we have today, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do remember to hit that like button. And if you're new around here, subscribe to our channel, and on your way out, please do remember to click on that bell icon too so you can remain updated about all of our future videos. You're welcome to the channel where you will learn the basics of personal finance in easy to understand language. We'll see you next time.